Hello, it is day 21 of the Aquarius Experiment. I'm Sara Waggle. I'm an astrologer and a personal development leadership coach. And this series is intended to support you in experimenting with spiritual practices. So today I really wanted to record this video outside, but I don't know if we are having another cicadas coming out, but I don't even know if you can hear it. And I don't have a microphone. I'm working on getting a microphone. But anyway, plus the car wash has been super busy today. So it would have been really obnoxiously loud. Anywho, so what does it mean to get grounded? This is probably a term that you hear frequently from other spiritual practitioners. And probably many of us think that grounded is like a punishment we got from our parents when we were kids. But grounded as a spiritual practice is basically getting connected with the earth, right? And however that looks like. That could look like breath work. That could look like taking time in a quiet dark space, and like resetting your whole system. And this is one of those things that you kind of have to experiment with what works for you, and experiment with what works with you in different circumstances, because in some circumstances you might be able to take like 2 or 3 deep breaths and like force the air out to get grounded. Sometimes you may need to do a sage smudge or use some essential oils. Other times you may need literally to take an hour or 2 and be quiet and in a dark room to really have a hardcore reset. Sometimes you might be able to use some sort of a soundscape with sound cancellation headphones on so that you can kind of fully immerse yourself into the soundscape. Other times this might look like the food you eat, like root vegetables, like potatoes, sweet potatoes. Psst, French fries don't count. They're cooked in oil that's that's been like overly processed. So that's why French fries don't count. But like potatoes, onions, garlic, any kind of root vegetable, parsnips is another good one. Things like that you can use, something like turmeric, or I've been really into teas this year if you've been following me. So I have like the Virgo teas, and I'll give some of these tea companies credit that these earth sign teas, the Taurus tea, this one smells awfully earthy. I haven't tasted it yet, but that video will be coming up, so stay tuned for the Virgo tea tasting. But anywho, and sometimes it may be crystals, and sometimes just having a crystal from the earth, or that feels like more textured, can be beneficial. Going outside and putting your feet in the dirt, in the sand, in the grass, touching the trees, these sorts of things can all support you in getting grounded. It's connecting your physical body to the earth. And so in a video probably tomorrow or Friday, I'll talk more about the root chakra specifically, but I really wanted to touch on this topic of getting grounded, because sometimes we hear these buzzwords and like, what do they actually mean? And so this is one where, again, experimenting, practicing, trying different things, to see what works for you. For me, a lot of times it's laying down flat and doing breath work with maybe some like tree or wood type oil on my feet. Something like that can help me get grounded. Other times it's breath work. Other times it's exercise or movement, particularly like taking a walk outside on a trail so that I'm surrounded by more foliage, things like that. So, and why is this important? Because, and it does connect to the root chakra, but it reminds our physical, energetic, spiritual bodies, right? That we're having an earthly experience. And so it reminds us of that, and it keeps us connected to this earth. We're grounding down into the earth, right? A lot of us like to live in our head. We like to think everything through and mull it over and overthink, like overthink, overthink, overthink. And sometimes just getting connected to the earth and nature can be supportive in calming down the squirrel brain, calming down the overthink it brain, the over analytical brain, even the anxious brain. And so as we are moving through rapid change in our world around us, whether that's in your personal life or on the global stage or even on the political theater stage, just getting yourself connected to your food sources, getting yourself connected to the plants that provide us with oxygen, giving thanks, giving gratitude to the plants, to the soil, to the grass, all of these things. Even flowers can be grounding. And so lots of different things that you can try and experiment with, and find what actually makes you feel like you are more centered, more connected to your body. Almost everything for me comes back to connecting it to your physical body, like feeling it in your physical body. This could even be like making sure that when you're standing, that your feet are flat on the ground. I have a tendency to be like half-footed on the ground, or like on my toes, or even on the outsides of my feet, something like that. So even just standing flat on the ground or sitting on the ground and making sure that you are, sitting on your sits bones. Obviously, I'm not good at that posture part of things. But anyway, so I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop me a comment and I will do my best to answer it. And typical links are in the typical places. And I will see you on the next Aquarius Experiment video.